This is the LICCON series. This is an LTR 1100. I think this is a 2008 model. I'll go through this setup with you. This is a crawler telescopic boom. Right now all the sections are in 0, so we're only at 38 feet. That's the code that we're in. I'm gonna hit OK. Because right now the boom is sitting a little low. It's at 40 degrees. 40 degrees here. So this is the max picking weight. This is what's hanging. This is your radius, and that's your degrees. This is how much stick is out. This is each section of stick and how much is out. They're all zeroed in. That's how high the computer is figuring that the hook height is. So I like to boom up to around 60 to 70 degrees before I stick out. Get the hooks down here a little lower while I'm doing this. And then I'll go through how to set your percentages at how much stick you want out of each section. Okay, so there's 60. Go ahead and back off of that, keep it there. So this is your working screen. This is your mechanic screen. So if you hold shift and hit the mechanic button, it will go over and tell you how much fuel you have, your voltage, hydraulic oil temperature, your coolant temperature, and I don't know what this is. I should know, but I don't know. We're gonna hit OK. On the shifter itself here, this is, there you can see it. This is, right now it's in boom mode. I'm gonna flip this over so that it's in the extension cylinder. We're gonna go back right here, the sign for extension to extend the boom. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 section. We're gonna do them. We're not gonna do them at 100%. We're gonna do them all at 92. And I like to rev up to what I think is around that 1400 mark, 1400 RPMs. And then there's a little button on the knob here that you can press and hold. A little plus sign comes up and it holds it there. So now all I'm gonna do is, see, this is in auto. It's not in manual. So all I gotta do is press this lever to my right and let it do its thing. The only thing I've got to make sure right now is that my hooks don't two block. The whip line is going to go up a lot faster because it's a single part. The main block is in a 2-part. We'll back that whip line off some more. I try to wait to do those not at the same time, or because it takes away from your hydraulics. So this is that pin. It's now going to pin off. That's what we call it. You'll see this dark section. See how it goes away? It goes to a smaller one. Now it's going to pull that cylinder back. It's going to pull it all the way back to grab the next section. So right now it's moving all that fluid back into the system, out of that cylinder. And so this is when I like to try to cable back down to catch up for the next section to extend out. Okay, so it's grabbed the next section, section 4, and is extending out. So this model does the last sections first instead of your larger sections. So the two small sections right now, the The very smallest section, the tip section, is out, all the way out, 92%. And now the second stage is going out. Section, not stage, second section. That's what it does. It's going to come back, it's going to do its thing, and when you're done, you hit the working screen and you're ready to go to work. It's pretty simple. This control left and right is your swing, forward and back is your whip line. The horn is right here. This is your indicator, your clicker. You turn those on and off. I've been running the whip line at night a lot, so I just have that one off. This is your swing brake right here. This is also your swing brake. Press that, the light comes on, it's off. Now it's on. These are the tracks, and this is the throttle kick, the accelerator. That's all there is to it. It's you can get more detailed when you go to those different codes and how your setup is. And I don't have time on here for that. That's something you definitely have to read the manual and dive deeper into. And this again is just to show you how to set it up so you can go to work. Without the proper training, certifications, and all that, I highly advise not setting one of these up and working if you don't have the experience to do so. People get hurt and killed every day in the crane industry over, typically it's negligence, and just people getting in such routines and complacent with what they do every day that something happens and they get pinched somewhere, crushed by something, or their rigging fails and it falls. And every day I hear it as an operator, oh, I've been doing it this way for the last 20 years. And the thing that I say to people that say that is there is a lot of things that we do today there's a lot of things that we did 20 years ago that we cannot do today. And it's one of those things where we have learned from experience. So yeah, this is an LTR 1100. It's a nice machine. It's a 100-ton crane, crawler crane with telescopic boom. I've got a reach of like 160 feet. I really like it. I got 160 foot of boom. I don't have a reach. It's a solid crane. It's real nice. And we're almost to that last section, so you might as well just hang with me. If you've watched this far, you might as well. The biggest addition that I've done to this crane since I've been running it, and I kind of carry one of these around, is nowadays you can get on Amazon and get a backup camera that has a wireless camera. And this wireless camera, it runs off a battery and it's got a solar panel, but it doesn't do it any justice. I mean, I don't know what rate it charges on that solar, but I typically try to plug it in when I'm not running the crane, when I'm off work, and let it charge in here in the cab. But the screen itself is on a 12 to 24 volt system. So most of these cranes all run 24 volts. So a lot of your cigarette lighters and your plugs, your accessory plugs, are 24 volt, which makes it really nice in the sense that I don't have to use the cigarette lighter. I can use the actual 24 volt German plug. So when somebody's asking you for a real easy up, I only need an inch and a half, you can watch the drum, because that drum will start moving before you even feel it click. because it might be in between those indicators. Okay, so now this one's going to go all the way out. I'm going to hold it here because it's an auto and let it do its thing. If I just let out once it gets to 92, it's not done pinning off. Now it's done. There you are.